Hey, good morning, my friends. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Yeah, after 4.5 hours, a regular 9-inning game, the Cubs move on. So let's move on to the weather. And we do have a solid rain system heading this way for the weekend for all areas of Michigan except, and there's a big exception, Lansing, Detroit, Ann Arbor. And I'll show that to you. You're going to miss out on most of the decent rainfall this weekend. But let's get to it for today and see what's going on. Hey, good morning, Andrew Dodson. Yeah, there's not much as far as precipitation going on. There might be some light patches of drizzle here and there in northern Michigan, but generally it is a dry, cloudy, a little misty morning occasionally. Here is the radar forecast for today. We go through the morning hours here, and not much going on other than patches of drizzle. And then we go into the afternoon, and again, not much going on. Maybe some light showers starting to pop up on the west side of the state, Ludington, Manistee, Benzie County, Leelanau County. And then we're into Friday evening, and still very dry and quiet for most of lower Michigan, but you will see that the pattern of rainfall starting to develop, and we'll end it at 11 o'clock tonight. So the showers starting to pick up, looks like, by midnight, west side of the state, and starting to stretch across, and then this zone will drop south, and the wave of low pressure will develop along it and bring us a pretty good rainfall in parts. So parts that are still dry that will get the rain will need it, and the far southeast that's still dry will miss out on some of it. Here are the high temperatures for today. Nice fall-like day, and bear in mind temperatures of about 67 in Detroit are 5 degrees warmer than normal in Detroit. So the normal highs now are upper 50s and low 60s. A lot of mid-60s, the whole area, Detroit, Lansing, Ann Arbor, Jackson, the Saginaw Valley, Grand Rapids. You go to northern Michigan, just about 5 degrees cooler, 60, 62 in Traverse City. With all the rain we've gotten and getting, where are we in the rainfall deficits? We're not far off. We're still a couple of inches for the year in places lower than normal. It was what I would call a temporary bad timed dryness at the time of the year when the plants really need it. And then as you go to the UP today, temperatures will be in the upper 50s. Yes, Kentwood, you still need rain, and you will be in on the rain. I will show that to you right now. Okay, so let's take a look at what's going on for the weekend. And I'm going to start it as we go into tonight. You could see the rain this evening over in Wisconsin. Then overnight you could see the rain starting to come in. Thin band. For those of you in Detroit, Ann Arbor, Jackson, always keep focusing down here and you won't see a whole lot of rain as the whole storm system goes through. So watch. Now this is Saturday during the day. Bloody Mary Sunday, Alta. It's going to be breezy and not really a Bloody Mary Sunday, I would say. Not out on a boat as we do it in northern Michigan. All right, now here is Saturday afternoon. Rain starting to become a little more widespread. Again, though, one emphasis, very light down here. When is the Detroit Free Press Marathon? I don't really know, so you'll have to tell me when that is. Okay, and then we go into Saturday night. Here comes the main low pressure center. And yeah, remember, this is heavy rain. This is in a 6-hour period, an inch to inch and a half of rain. And then Sunday morning, and again, look at the southeast. And then the cold front will come through. It turns windy, it turns drizzly, misty, showery, and the storm comes to an end. But here's the big picture how much total rainfall. And we'll work our way from the south. 1/10 of an inch possibly to less than that in some spots of the south. So this may not be a big help for you, and this might be a little underdone. You might get into a thunderstorm and it might bring you to 2, 3, 4 tenths. But then look, as you work your way northward, Flint an inch, over an inch in the Saginaw Valley, back toward Grand Rapids. And the models always want to kind of predict a 2.5 inch rain, and that probably is going to happen somewhere in here. Hard to say exactly where. And as you work your way northward, you get out of the inch rain in some part of northern lower to 1/2 inch rains, and then back up to over inch rains in the UP. And here's another thing I want to show you, the consistency. Okay, that is the run 6 hours ago, current run. 6 hours ago, current run. Pretty similar. It's little subtle nuances, but the story is the same. A swath of 1 to 2 inch rains through about the northern 2/3 of lower Michigan over the weekend. Okay? All right, so there you have it, folks. We will look for showers to develop overnight tonight. Get your stuff done today if you have to. If you haven't mowed the lawn in about 4 or 5 weeks like me, because everything's been dry and now it's starting to grow a little bit, today is your day. Saturday, Sunday look wet across most of the area except Detroit, Ann Arbor, Jackson. You're going to say, rain? What good rain? And have yourself a great weekend. This